Happy Thirsty Thursday. Hopefully everyone is doing great and wonderful. I did get a nice little spiffy haircut, although right now it is 3:19 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Normally I record a much earlier video, but I was actually a little bit under the weather this morning, dealing with some sinus pressure that turned into a migraine. Definitely not a fun day Thursday, right? Not to mention, I'm actually in the midst of doing a month and a half long for Lent, 40 days of no coffee, aka caffeine. Oh, it's going to be a brutal next 40 days. I did officially start today. This morning, I had my last cup of some homemade iced coffee, black. I can already kind of feel the caffeine withdrawals to signal that I am one over-caffeinated mofo. And I know that I'm not the only one, right? We gotta love our coffee. We gotta love the stock market. But what is going on today? So, we had initial jobless claims come out today. And by the way, if you enjoy my video, smash the like button here. And also subscribe for future content. Try put out videos Monday through Saturday. Maybe a bonus video on Sunday. If I don't, then something has definitely came up. Or I'm definitely under the weather. I love recording videos, so more than likely you're going to be getting a lot on this channel. So, this video is going to be talking actually primarily about SoFi. Once again, this channel is not supposed to be revolving around one stock. I am very bullish on many stocks that I own. Two profiles, one for the channel public profile here, and private. I tend to just about own every single stock on my public and private. But I mean, overall, I'm a raging tech bull. I just love growth stocks. That's where that I've made a lot of my money. The penny stock market, I've definitely taken an ass whooping once or twice. But a lot of people right now are really wondering, hey, are these small caps, aka penny stocks, gonna pretty much outperform the big stocks this year? Because last year, along with 2024 and also 23, the Mag 7 has just been cruising, and it's been big tech. And right now, we're getting a lot of mixed data, which is sending a lot of hippity-jibbities across the broader market. Initial jobless claims came in a little lower, and it's really signaling like, hey, what is going on here? Because you're telling us, Trump administration and also BLS, you're telling us that, hey, last week we basically pretty much, it's not on here, but last week we basically pretty much got a very bullish jobs report. Now this kind of really says like the opposite in a way. So, I mean, which one is it? Are we having a very bullish job, like jobs being added, or are people being laid off? You can't have both, and it's leaving the market overall to be very uncertain. And the market does not like uncertainty, and the market goes down to Chinatown. It always happens. Whenever there is uncertainty, you're going to see the market go down, okay? It sucks because it could be good uncertainty. The market's still going to go down. And that's just the nature of the beast, the name of the game. It's, are you a well-rounded investor? Are you a well-rounded trader? Can you take a beating once in a while? If you can, you got really nothing to worry about, especially if you're in phenomenal companies with the management team that you really trust. Now, on the SoFi side, let me go ahead and take this off the screen really quickly. So, right now, the stocks that I have on my channel profile are pretty much up here, all the way to the upper, it's going to be your right-hand side, my left-hand side. It's, we're all messed up. But SoFi, AMD, Palantir, Hood, Meta, Adobe, PayPal, and Honest. So, some stocks that I pretty much like to really watch. Obviously, SoFi is going to very much move in line with JPM as the leading bank in the banking sector. And AMD for a semi is obviously going to be moving primarily with NVIDIA. And then you also have Palantir, a software company. is going to be moving in line with a lot of other SaaS. Honestly, really Microsoft. Microsoft is taking a beating, so Palantir. Bitcoin and Hood goes together. Meta is really in... It's kind of really humorous because Meta's in like its own little world. Adobe follows Palantir, Microsoft, SaaS. PayPal is in its own universe, really. An Honest Company is essentially small cap, a very, very small cap company, but right now going through a transformation on its balance sheet. So it's in theory in its own kind of like Hellraiser limbo in a way. Oh, that's such a great horror movie. Hellraiser, if you love horror movies like me, you got to rewatch Hellraiser once in a while. But it's true. I mean, some of these companies operate in their own, like, little universe. And if you're a shareholder, especially a PayPal, I mean, I bought into PayPal a couple months ago, and obviously there's people out there that bought into PayPal much longer. Their average, they've been DCAing. I'm down, hold on one second. Oopsies. What the? You know, all these security protocols, I love security protocols, but it's, I gotta unlock my, Weeble account here. Channel profile, for anyone that does not know and has not been following me, welcome, like I said, very much. Basically doing a public challenge, looking to take this amount to 6 figs in the course of 17 months. If the market's still going to free fall early next month, March, I'm going to be depositing a large sum of money, and then the challenge is going to go down to 16 months. If we go into a market crash, screw it. Probably going to deposit $12,500 and then take 17 months down to 12 months. Not going to go past 12 months because that would be very stupid. But that would be like if the type of crash I'm talking about is like Liberation Day type crash like last year. Do I honestly think that's going to happen? I really don't. Do I see a bottom anytime soon? Well, let's talk about it. So, like you said on the screen, a lot of these stocks on this channel, especially PayPal, is definitely down. Honestly, PayPal is the biggest one that I'm down on. It's kind of funny because a couple months ago, this profile was very much all in the green. Nightmare, why didn't you sell? You're all in the green. Because that's not my game plan. You have a game plan, you stick to your game plan, and guess what? Tomorrow, if, hypothetically, we do see something happen with GDP. Hold on. Afternoon, water, cheers. Sad to say, no, not going to be coffee cheers for the next, like, 40 friggin' days. GDP and PCE. Now, the Federal Reserve, Powell, has stated, however, the new Fed governor coming on could very well be the opposite. Maybe the Fed governor is going to say, hey, I'm going to be watching more PPI, maybe CPI, but Powell really likes seeing PCE. It's his bread and butter to measure inflation. He's stated this many times in meetings. Unfortunately, I've had to sit through many of them. I was sitting through all throughout 2022, 23, 24, and 25, and also this year too. It's not fun. It really is not, especially when you're looking at your profile and it's just, woo! it's not fun, man. But it is what it is, right? So if GDP really shows if GDP comes in line or better, I mean, cool. I mean, hey, our economy is strong, but it's mixed data once again, because how can you have a strong economy and have some layoffs happening and then have a previous job report be bullish and this one bearish in a way? It all comes down to, do you trust the Trump administration? And a lot of people, believe it or not, they don't trust the Trump administration at all. What I mean by trust the Trump administration, and first and foremost, big advocator of God, you should always put your faith in the Almighty God, never in especially a presidential administration. But at the same time, you got to ask yourself, are you going to give them some of your trust? Okay, not all, but just, you know, enough to say, hey, I like where my positioning is in stocks. Maybe I'm going to buy some more because I see good things for the future. They're very much saying that they're laying off government workers, so therefore the job numbers are very skewed. Do you trust that? A lot of people really don't. I really much utterly despise politics. I don't really talk political stuff on here. I just really love my country. I'm a veteran, Afghan vet. Did many years in the United States Marine Corps. I love my country, and the country is very much different than the government. It's like a stock price in company. You can have an awesome stock price, terrible company. You can have a great company and a terrible administration running the government. Or honestly, yeah, maybe vice versa. Maybe the people are going utterly crazy, right? The whole point about it, without getting political, it is a political argument. There's a lot of Republican stock influencers out there, and they're saying that we are in the golden age and you got to be buying every single stock on the planet. And then you got a bunch of Democrats that are saying these numbers are fraud. We're actually, honestly, probably already in a recession. Or maybe we've been in a recession for the last, like, 6-7 months. So you have a political argument, and you have a lot of people that, honestly, are just going back and forth. I'm in the middle, and I highly suggest you are, or you be in the middle, too. Hold on. Here's what I'm personally doing. And tomorrow, for whatever reason, if the market does not like GDP and does not like PCE, because we are getting a double friggin' whammy. 8:30 a.m. I'll try to make a early video, like around 10-ish, where I normally record. For whatever reason, if the market does not like it, and SoFi ends up, honestly, just dipping below these levels once again, there is just really no reason. But I am so sorry. Hold on one second. What's this? I am just honestly really so sorry for anyone that is stressing, because I'm not stressing at all. I have 2,050 something shares of SoFi, tens and tens of thousands of dollars invested in SoFi. At one point on my private account, I was up over 300%. Now I'm, now I am not, now I am, hold on, now I am 158%. Man, that must suck, right? It's the nature of the beast. I've been loading up on bonus shares. It is what it is. Because when I bought all those shares initially, SoFi was doing like half. Not even half. SoFi was not even doing a fraction of what they're doing right now on Rev, on EPS, and on guidance. So obviously there's a disconnect to the stock price, but yet the company continues to outperform the friggin' stock price. What does that tell you? I mean, I'm not a financial advisor, but what I'm doing is, if SoFi, for whatever reason, and I've been watching SoFi for many years. Okay, no, actually, no. I started actually buying SoFi, the middle of February 2024. So yeah, it's been years. I can add that S on the end of it. If something gets hit in the banking sector, or something with inflation, something with rate cuts, SoFi gets hit hard. So if we're going to go ahead and get close to this level right here, 1840 something, I'm going to be picking up some bonus shares here. What other stocks am I going to be potentially looking at? Honestly, for tomorrow, believe it or not, I may add a couple PayPal shares, especially if they're being hit. Now, why would that really affect PayPal? Probably maybe because they're a fintech in a way. I'm not really looking to DCA that big on PayPal. It is a very small position of mine. But still, I mean, the company is very much oversold. The company grew 4% year over year. It's oversold. Does that mean it should be $120? No, but it's oversold of where it's at right now. What's another stock that I'm actually looking potentially to maybe add and buy some shares of? Honestly, if we really do get hit tomorrow, possibly very much Palantir. So if we're going to be in this SaaS lag going forward, and also if SoFi is definitely going to be getting kind of kicked in the teeth here, kind of like JPM is, that's essentially what I'm doing. So the way that I see things is really for tomorrow. If this market is not going to like the data, which, I mean, hey, I really do hope for the best. I mean, obviously, I don't want the market to continue to go down forever, because there's going to be a point where I'm going to exhaust cash reserves and it's just going to be pointless, okay? It's going to be friggin' pointless. It does get to a point in time where people run out of money to actually buy the friggin' dip. And that's when people start doing stupid shit like margin or debt, or, yeah, well, I mean, that's what margin essentially is. But people start doing very stupid things. Have a game plan, like you said. I'm going to wrap up the video, right now and stuff, but we really got to see what happens. Last thing on a closing note, my own personal opinion from being in the market for actually quite a bit of time now, since Rona 2020. But then again, I really didn't learn all this stuff until 2022. Technical analysis, fundamental analysis. I made so much friggin' money based on dumb luck. I honestly wish I really knew about all this stuff. My life would be entirely different, but it is what it is. From what I've seen, the bottom is really going to be when we really experience maybe one more honest, really strong kick, and everyone pretty much turns bearish. If everyone turns bearish and everyone on Wall Street is like, okay, this market is not good. Last year during Liberation Day, I went all in, exhausted my cash reserves, bought over $100,000 worth of hard cash, stocks, hard cash, when everyone couldn't take the pain anymore. And I remember it. It was bad. Oh, it was really, really bad. People on YouTube were screaming. People on X, Facebook. That is when I was buying like crazy. Because when everyone is bearish and saying that it's going to keep going down, keep going down, keep going down, there's still a lot of people that are saying, oh, we're going to have a great year. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. It's when those people turn, that's when you know that maybe. But here's catch-22. What if we, as in me, are in the losers this year and the small caps run? Oh man, that's gonna be a kick. That's gonna be a kick in the chest, Nightmare. Oh yeah, it definitely is. At that point, honestly, you just work hard, you build cash, buy great companies. They go up a little, down a little, and they're just really stagnated, and that's essentially what I'm doing. All right, wrapping up this video for real. Thank you all so much for watching. Everyone that has recently subscribed, love each and every single one of you, and I'll see you tomorrow on the next one. Later.